got to have like a proper set of floodlights that I think that meets the requirements, something like that. A decent, if it's Astro, it's got to be a very decent Astro pitch. I think it's the
5G?
5G.
I think it's 5G.
I think that's all everybody puts in now anyway.
And I think the size of the pitch as well, the dimensions of it. From what I know, the Clydebanks dimensions are okay for League 2 and League 1, I believe. So we don't really need to go any bigger with the dimensions, so we're actually okay that way.
Yeah.
But for likes of the licensing, you've got to get the bronze license as well. That's another bit of criteria, which can cost quite a few thousand.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So for me, as a neutral with all these West teams, I think it'll just be like kind of regenerating again. Just try and get a bit of money flowing further, and then buying in the kind of bronze licenses and the criteria meeting to then get the bronze license.
It's going to take a few seasons for them all to get up to scratch. I think that's where you do have a head start on everybody. And I mean, I wouldn't like to see a team win it again that can go up. Just a team that can get a chance to go up, because I think that kills the full system. Quickly, I just want to say a huge well done to Celtic, to St Johnstone, to Invercargill Thistle, and to East Kilbride, who all won the leagues this year. Every league's been exciting for me this year, to be honest. It was very tight in all four of them right to the end.
100%.
I hope it's the same next year again. That it's honestly been one of the most exciting. Just all through the board, watching it. Spartans, East Kilbride, St Johnstone, Partick, it was all there right up to the end. So every team that's done it has deserved it, because it's been a dogfight, as we've talked about, for Christmas right to the end.
This is what I mean. Like the west side of Scotland, it does have quality. It shows for itself that East Kilbride once in a lifetime was a junior club.
Yeah,
and it's progressively and rapidly through the ranks.
But as we spoke about, that isn't necessarily a good thing if it's just money getting ploughed into it, because if it's not sustainable and they pull the money out, you'll see a massive collapse and probably the team folding, like we've seen. Who was that folded the other day again? There was another team folded and went out the game.
There's rumours that they're going to fold Halford.
Aye,
they've basically released everybody, and there's rumours circulating that
you don't want to see that. So if East Kilbride have put themselves in a position where the sugar daddy leaves and then the turmoil begins, they'll end up folding as well. It's alright watching the glory as you go up, but it's got to be sustainable without the sugar daddy for me.
But then you can say, well, the same things for likes of the once professional clubs that were like in your SPFL, like Cowdenbeath. All these, even Albion Rovers, big club back in the day, in League 2. They fell in a way.
And then you seen the other side of it with Gretna.
Aye, Gretna as well. They were a Premier side.
They were a sugar daddy club when he died. Nobody was there to pick up the pieces. They had to restart, get down at the bottom. Now they're in the Lowland League. They're not even that good in the Lowland League, so you've got to be careful, I think.
But that's what I mean. Like, I could truthfully say maybe the top 5 potentially in the Lowland League were all junior clubs.
Yeah,
every single one of them.
So listen, I'm just going to run through quickly the junior setup for next year. In the Premier Division, we'll have Ardrossan Winton Rovers, Atherley, Cumbernauld United, Darvel, Drumchapel United, Glenafton, Hurlford, if they survive, Irvine Meadow, Kilburnie Ladeside, Kirkintilloch Rob Roy, Muirkirk Juniors, Rutherglen Glencairn, Shottsbon Accord, St Cadoc's, St Roch's and Vale of Clyde. First Division, Bells Hill, Benburb, Blantyre Victoria, Bonneton Thistle, Cambuslang Rangers, Gart Cairn, Kilsyth Rangers, Lanark United, Lesmahago Juniors, Maryhill, Neilston, Petershill, Thorn Athletic, well done to them for getting up, Thornleywood United, Thrieve Rovers, Whitlets Victoria. Second Division, Ardeer Thistle, Ashfield, Caledonian Locomotives, Cream Up Buntonians, Dalry Thistle, Easterhouse, Finnart. Fourth Wanderers, Glasgow University, Greenock Juniors, Kilsyth Athletic, Knightswood, Larkhall Thistle, Maybell Juniors, Port Glasgow and Yoker Athletic. The third division, Killock Rovers, East Kilbride Thistle, East Kilbride YM, Eglinton, Giffnock, Girvan, Glasgow United, Glasgow Perthshire, Glenvale, Irvine Victoria, Kello Rovers, Lugar Boswell Thistle, Royal Albert, St Anthony's, Vale of Leven and West Park United. And the new fourth division set up, Annenbank United, Campbelltown Pupils, who might win a game this year. This will be our team, guys. Castlemilk, we're not going to Castlemilk. Edelwood, Gartcosh United, Newmange United, Rossvale, Silcoats Victoria, St Paddy's FP, St Peters and Wishaw. So that's a great chance for all these teams to get up into these leagues now.
Yeah, definitely.
Aye.
That's why I'm looking forward to it, because it's new for a lot of teams. A lot of teams are in a division that they're soon to really be in because of the way the format's changed. So it should be quite exciting this year to all kind of levels out again in the next couple of years.
Does that mean like Thorn and all that in the first division?
Yeah,
Yep.
Thorn's in the first.
First division.
And let's face it, we didn't see them getting there because they fell off quite a bit, so they picked up quite a few results at the end there.
Yeah.
Got enough points to get into that top 8, top 9, where is it? And they went
A
up
lot
then.
of changes if they're going to stay in that league. They were struggling. If it wasn't for the big promotion, they probably wouldn't be in it.
Yeah, definitely. But listen, that's what I mean. It gives everybody a chance to yet again get up a level. And with the new developments and everything else that's going on with Thorn, it must be exciting times for them being in the first division.
Definitely.
Yeah, aye.
So moving on to the World Cup team.
Well, see, before I burst, before I burst, can I tell you all who the winners are of the league?
Oh, right.
Let me tell the squad first, right? We'll
Right,
come
okay.
back to it. So I'm really not happy with this squad, 'cause I think he has went. We've spoke about this. I think
Yep.
he's went all Palzak too much. So goalkeepers: Craig Gordon, Angus Gunn, Liam Kelly. Defenders: Grant Hanley, Jack Henry, Aaron Hickey, Dom Hayham, Scott McKenna, Nathan Patterson, Anthony Ralston, Andy Robertson, John Souter, Kieran Tierney. Midfield: Ryan Christie, Finlay Curtis, Lewis Ferguson, Ben Gannon Doak, Billy Gilmer, John McGinn, Kenny McLean, Scott McTominay. And the forwards: Shea Adams, Lyndon Dykes, George Hurst, Lawrence Shanklin and Ross Stewart.
Yeah, I was a bit gutted. I actually highlighted one of the wee things at the top, that Ollie McBurney was not selected despite 18 goals for Hull City. I thought that was a bit
And I
poor.
don't. We've had him in the team and he didn't really do much, but
That's
when
true.
you're on form, you should be picking your on form players. We've got players like Tony Ralston that maybe get 5 games a season.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
No.
Liam Kelly, who's played 2 cup games, it's not right. You've got to be playing professional football constantly. You know yourself, Premier League is a massive standard compared to everywhere else, right?
100%.
But national is in 10 steps up again. It's a different ball game. That's when you're coming up against your Ronaldos, your Messis, your Mbappes. You can't be sitting having Liam Kelly and Tony Ralston in a team that's no played all season to be playing against these guys who
Playing
are
the-
world class.
Playing the best in the world.
Exactly. So Ricky, before we argue about it, get it on done with. Who has won the league for the predictions?
Okay. Well, there was myself, you, Davey, and Callum. So let's say someone won outright with 217 points.
Ooh.
Second place and third place was very close. It was 172 points and 70 points, so that was 45 and 47
massive
points gap.
difference.
Yep.
I didn't think that would be the case.
So I have double checked these, and I do believe everything's all right, but you can scrutinise it shortly.
Scrutinise it. Say that again.
Nope. So in third place, Ricky Kelly on 170 points. Okay, and in second place is Callum Carmichael. So the winner is Davy Welsh on 217 points.
Get that ball, boys, and get it signed. Yeehaw.
I'm just going to hand over the results to you. Hold on 2 seconds.
I must admit, I did not think it'd be that kind of distance.
Yeah, because I always thought it was quite a
See,
close.
if you have a look at it, it was all Davy at the start, and then Ricky started to come back, so did Callum, and then Davy got a good few results near the end.
Wow.
Well, that is true, actually.
Wow. I must admit, I thought I knew Ricky had like a couple of really good weeks as well.
Good few weeks, but my problem was I had terrible start. If you have a look,
Aye.
I didn't even get any points in the first week.
That's why I had you doing and guessing this third, because of how bad a start you had. But I must have 2 points between you two. That's unbelievable.
That's quite crazy, actually.
Callum done really well at the beginning along with Davey, but I definitely pulled it back.
45 points. Well, it just shows you, boys. And I can't win any money for predicting it for my life. You can take a picture of me with my new ball at the start of the season.
We'll get you a ball and we'll find somebody to sign it.
That's what we could.
It can't be Tam next door, mate. It's going to be something to do with Celtic.
He'd make me buy a drink first.
We could make up a wee league, like go to Sports Direct, buy a ball, buy like a kind of half decent one, and then keep it over the year, and then like see who wins it.
Definitely
for the upcoming season.
I just request that whoever signs the ball, just make sure it's Martin O'Neill. Oh, brilliant! I honestly expected it to be Callum.
You said that last night.
I did. I was thinking about it quite a lot, and I was like, there's a lot of really close weeks. Whereas at the start as well.
Aye, to be fair, aye.
It seemed to be a bit tit for tat. He would win, I would win, he would win, I would win.
I didn't put it in the chat last night, but before I actually figured out the results, I decided who I thought had won, just what you did. I didn't bother putting it in case you thought I was at it or playing games or something, but I actually thought it would be Davey, Callum, Ricky.
Right, okay.
I'd have got it right.
Wow. I'm a bit stunned at the gap, to be honest.
Well, that means our prediction game is going to have to be longer, because we've got to include you guys in the Lowland League West, as well as like the other league. So it's going to be a bigger prediction game.
A lot more to predict. Aye.
So it's going to be quite interesting.
Just having a look, I think it was you twice, Davey, that got the best 14 points in the one session. You week 7 and week 17. I can't see anything bigger than 14. Can you?
And week 32 as well.
Oh yeah.
I thought I did think that you had it, Ricky, but it's 13 points. Remember that week? You just seem to have everything right. I thought you would have been saying that. I think that was quite a short week for fixtures, mind you, but 13 points as well.
I was quite consistent near the end. I think if I'd done a bit better at the start, then it would have been different. But yeah, I would have had to do a lot better.
I could definitely.
It's always next season.
Next season, mate.
I can definitely say week 6 was the kind of closest. 10, 10, 12.
I actually remember that week.
That was really close.
Week 17 as well. 14, 11 and 10.
Oh. Well, quite chuffed with that.
I know, that was fun.
I honestly thought it would be Callum. I was just sitting thinking, going, there was a lot of him, me. It must be tight between us. There you go. So, back to Scotland. What are we thinking then?
Knowing us, we could probably beat Haiti, probably get beat to like Morocco, and then probably pull out some miracles against Brazil.
I think is there not something mad this year, like the best third place goes through as well?
Exactly, yeah.
So we could actually sneak through, but I think we do have a team that can win games, but it's just necessarily not a squad to back up. When we get back to Germany, we had a few big injuries. Was it Doak and Gilmer, and I can't remember who it was. I think Shankland as well was injured. That's massive losses for us. You can't be going to these big tournaments without our best players like that. And for me, I think he's got to 100% start with Big Shankland up front. I watched him in the game on Saturday, really close. Fixed eyes on him constantly just to see how good he really was. I'd have him in a Celtic shirt in a heartbeat. Rangers it would be some signing if they made it. He doesn't lose anything. He fights for everything. He's got that knack of just being in the right place to score goals. He's just top class for me, and I think he could go to any team in Scotland, no bother. For me, it's been a bit of a downer that he's not had enough game time for Scotland. He plays Dykes and Adams all the time, and none of them's out and out strikers for me.
No, I don't rate Adams. or Dykes for that matter of fact.
Adams puts in a lot of hard work. Dykes is really good at holding it up and laying it off.
Yeah.
But Shankland is a goal machine, so
Aye.
we need goals for Scotland, and that I've said for years. We've always been missing like an Alan McCoy that would just put the ball in the net. We've had nobody for that. The last time we had goal scorers was Boyd and Miller together. Apart from that, we've really had nothing up front for years.
He'll do what he did, like for example in the last games when he pulled in Shankland with Denmark. He'll play him the last 20 minutes or something.
That's a disaster for me if he does that. It really is. He can't just keep sticking with, oh, that Scottish sofa, I'll just stick with it. You've got to think this is big games now. Is Dykes and Shea Adams going to score against Brazil?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't see it happening.
Don't say things out loud.
Well,
it makes it sound.
We've been relying quite a lot on midfielders to score, right? Dykes and Adams have their moments, and if we played two up front, I would have Dykes and Shankland all day long. As I say, he's a great hold-up striker, but like you say, Ollie McBurney's been scoring goals. He's been overlooked. Nisbet's been overlooked. There's so many players that you could go through and just say they should have a shot here, and they've no. They must be devastated. But here we might get lucky. There might be a couple of players at the bottom of the list pull out or get injured before it and get some in. But I was honestly in tatters reading that. Like, wow, couldn't believe it. Had a downer reading the squad. Again, if anybody's listening in, what's your thoughts on it? If you give a wee WhatsApp in 07463 861 186.
If you have a look in the back of the sheet I gave you, it shows you Haiti's, Morocco and Brazil squad.
To be honest, I don't really know any of them but Brazil's squad, to be honest.
Sorry, I just want to repeat that because I got it wrong there. 07463 866 186. That's 07463 866 186. Give us your views on anything to do with sports.
Don't call the first number because it's Mr. Golden Star. Home delivery, please.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm looking at Brazil's forward, like Neymar. Like, he must be right up there by the way in age. To think he's still playing in the wings. Like,
do you know, this new breed of football players for me, they really do my head in. See your Neymars, Mbappes, Vinny Jr. They've all got such big egos.
Aye.
That they actually ruin their own legacies. Since they're just doing it, they want everything. They think it's about them. The game's all about them. They should score. They should be passed to. They actually ruin the teams they go to because they make it all about them. I don't know if he's heard this, but Jose Mourinho's going back to Real Madrid next season.
Oh, is it actually?
Spotlight goal flash.
Could you honestly, what was the goal flash of it? Could you honestly see Mourinho putting up with Mbappe? He'll get benched like that. It'll be a lose the ego, you're not playing, son. He'll be away. 100% he'll be away. Real Madrid are in turmoil as it is, and it's all today with egos. Would you call him Vinny Jr., Mbappe, the big English boy? Oh, would you call him?
English boy.
Came for Dortmund, Sean signed with him.
Jude Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham. They all don't speak to each other. The egos have kicked in big time. That's not a team. And see if you look at like PSG, chance to win 2 in a row. PSG with Mbappe, Messi and Neymar didn't get near it. These egos kill teams because if you're not a proper unit as a team, you don't play like that either.
Yeah, no, I feel like if you have too many, so I call them prima donnas, you're not actually going to get anywhere. Whereas, see if you've got maybe local boys that pretty much know and play as a team, you might actually get better success than what you would get with the bigger names being in a squad.
And look at that PSG team now. I mean, that was 2 of the best games I've ever watched in my life. It was unbelievable football, up down. Players actually playing for the jersey, playing for each other. That's a big difference. When you've got it in you to keep fighting. Bayern Munich could have come back and they could have folded. You know, if they're off on it because they all think, oh, you're crap, you're not up to my standard, this is your fault, they all knuckle down and go to the win and they're in the final again. And for me, teamwork is everything, especially in a team sport like football.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at just Brazil in general. Like, there's a few really old players that are probably looking at retirement from like club level. When you've got Casemiro, like he was, I think he was doing his farewell game just the other day for Man United.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he'll be going, if he's going to be more of a free agent. And then, like I said, Neymar, like he'll probably no doubt be looking at retiring from, what do you call them, Santos Thingway.
I'll just tell you exactly, right? Goalkeepers: Waverton 38, Alisson Becker 33, Ederson 32.
I mean, that's the thing.
Defenders: Francia 22, Gabriel 28, Marenkos 32, Santos 32, Danilo 34, Bremer 29, Alessandro 26, Pereira 30, Roger Ibanez 27, and then you've, as you say, midfielders: Casemiro 34, Bruno Guimaraes 28, Paqueta 28, Fabinho 32, Danilo 25, strikers: Cunha 25, Junior 25, Neymar 34, Rafinha 29, Endrick 19, Henrique 25, Thiago 24, Martinelli 24, and Ryan 19. So they have a good mixture, but there is a lot of class players ready to leave. And see, when you think back to our era, Ricky, in like 94 World Cup, they don't have anywhere near that kind of class anymore. Your Rivaldo, your Ronaldo, Dunga, Cafu, they don't have this quality of player.
No, they definitely don't.
So they're actually there for the taking for a lot of teams now. And see, if you look through the board, I don't know if this is today with the Bosman rule. There's Italy no made it again.
Aye.
You know, that's unheard of. They always just get there and then pull themselves right through at least the quarterfinals. France are way up there now compared to everybody.
Oh, they've thrived.
Brazil are down here. You know, it's one of them where there's no a massive quality in international football like there used to be anymore.
No.
You always went to these big countries and they had quality in abundance. I don't know if it's because they don't bring the boys through anymore. It's a signing mentality all over Europe.
Yeah.
But it seems to be the talent's gone. I don't know why. Are they just all taking athletes now? They're not taking football players anymore. Athletes only. Brazilian, it's no tiki-taki anymore. It's no like the way they used to play either. You know, you don't have a Ronaldinho with a smile on his face anymore, just living life, going out to party right after it. It's a different ballgame altogether.
A lot of talented players are starting to come from the kind of football developing nations now as well. They're probably where we were in the 90s and 80s. You've got quite a lot of players in South Africa that are kind of floating about Europe. You've got Australia, you've got America, Canada. There's a lot of good players out there for the kind of what we'd call the smaller teams in the world stage.
And see, if you look at the Italian leagues now, it's Scottish boys lighting the Italian league up. When the hell did you ever hear that?
Exactly.
Well, hopefully they can light up the Scotland squad.
We'll see.
When we're talking about kind of old players, is Ronaldo in the Portuguese squad? I've not looked at the squad or anything, because he was supposed to be like retiring in the last one. Not
from what I heard, no.
I'll look it up. I'd quite fancy them to win it now.
Portugal.
I don't know why. I don't like them, but I think they're quite strong.
What I do know is Lionel Messi, he'll be taking part in the World Cup, but I'm not sure about Ronaldo.
I'd like to see him in it again if he's still playing football, isn't he?
To a level, yeah, he is.
Even if he's just there as backup, I would take him just one last time. But
by the way, I've just been drawing my first sweepstake of the World Cup. I'll probably do a few, but I'm in my first World Cup. It said Johnstone Burgh did one, so I have Norway
to win the
World Cup,
win a game. I'm not sure if this is an official one, but he's in it in here.
Right, okay.
I don't know if this is cut down to the 26 squad or not.
No, not yet. All the squads have got everybody. They've got to give another official list, and that is it locked in. I think it's 10 days before the tournament.
Well, he's in this list right now, but who knows if he'll make it. He's 41 now.
Yeah,
that's crazy, isn't it?
What age is Gordon, our goalkeeper? Is he not about 42?
See Gordon.
Your phone will block tonight. You keep giggling stuff.
I think he is somewhere in the
43, mate.
43. He must have had a birthday
in December. His birthday's the same as Corey's, 31st of December.
If we're moving on, there's something I want to talk about.
Oh no.
No, nothing.
Oh no, he's in the door 2 minutes, Calvin, taking the hour, eh?
It's a hot topic. I want to talk about Southampton. I take it he's both know about Southampton.
That's crazy.
Aye, the whole training scouting thing.
I don't agree with this ruling one bit, by the way.
You don't?
No, this has been on for years. I mean, people spying in each other's caps. Does it really win the game for you?
No.
Nah. As Sporting intent to get
one guy standing with a phone, all of a sudden gets you flung out the league. I just don't get it.
Nah. It's like it should have been they should have got a fine point deduction at the very most. That's got, what's that going to cost them? Like over £100 million in broadcasting revenue, sponsorship, commercial income, prize money.
Well, they've put an appeal in, but they're going to have to be quick about it.
I did read yesterday that there will not be any games played until the appeal is fast tracked and awarded. So we will find out that it will not go on for years or anything. It'll be a fast tracked appeal.
Do you know what really gets to me?
What?
You've got the EPL coming to a conclusion this week, right? Between Man City and Arsenal. There's 2 points in it. Now, when did that boy do the filming last week? And they've already been kicked out of the league and it's getting dealt with. Man City got 116 charges against them and we're still waiting years later. Now, there's just something fishy about that for me. It's like, get it done and get the ruling out there. But Pep's leaving, so that tells me they're getting done with it. Now, what they were talking about was a 60-point deduction. I don't think that's tough enough. I think all the money revenue they've taken for that.
No. Should be a suspension from the league.
Titles
for a certain amount of time. Yep.
Definitely. But you just think of how bad that is if they've been done with this, right? And then you look at Southampton just getting kicked out like that. I just don't get it.
No.
Maybe a different punishment, but I don't know what is becoming, because it's all about money now, isn't it? They get tighter with everything. I remember even going back to the 90s, players were starting to cost 7 million, 10 million, and that's how the rules started to change, where you couldn't tackle for the back, you couldn't do this, you'd get a red card for certain challenges, and it was all today we've invested 7 million in this player. If he gets injured, you know, we're doing 7 million, so that's why if it was so light touch now without getting sent off. I just think it's got to stop somewhere. The money is ruining football for me. And I think that's a lot to do with the standard as well. They all kick about like prima donnas, all fancy themselves. It's all about money. We can do what we want, say what we want. You didn't have that back in the days. Wee Cluffy would have kicked your head in. What are you doing now? But have our special guest turning up.
So one of them has arrived and I'm just waiting on the other person. So we are. I wasn't here for the start of the show. Have you told the listeners that we've got a guest today?
I have. I've not told them who it is yet. If you want to just do that, Ricky.
Aye. Well, it's two band members from the band Colonel Mustard and the. I'm reading one right in here.
Dijon.
The Dijon 5. The Dijon 5. So they're going to be speaking about. I don't know if many people know this story. There was a textile worker, an engineer from Paisley, and he went to Brazil to work. I ended up staying there for 40 years, and he was a talented footballer back in Scotland. Back in the day where your professional footballers, if you like, still worked.
Yeah.
And he is the person said to be behind the samba type football that Brazilians play, especially back in the day.
So a guy from Paisley went to Brazil, taught them samba football and left us miles behind.
Basically, yeah, he was I believe he was a kind of dancer type thing. But we'll let our guest tell the story because I'm now starting to add things on.
He came from Vienna's. I met him one night. Oh, brilliant.
So our guests will be on after 7. I'm just waiting and Mickey arriving, so it'll be just after 7.
Right.
Both of them are coming from their work.
Well, I'm going to leave you with a song just now. This one's for Ricky, and we're going to sing it together. You ready? And we're going to do it at the end of next hour as well.
Okay.
You sure now?
Go for
not
it.
many times we can. Not many times that we can sing football songs together, mate. So I hope you enjoy. Sing up, Ricky. Callum,
I'm not singing.
Oh, you can just sing the chorus was in, right? He's not too happy here. Oh, been singing this all weekend for you, Ricky. Been waiting for this.
Karaoke time.
I can't even sing, my voice is gone, man.
Aye, because you're screaming and shouting at the TV. Here we go.
No, it's not.
Hold on. And a world of dreams.
We need to sing Celtic Simply the Best.
That's us just not a chance. I will not.
Your
be
mum might be listening, you'll get stabbed.
I will not get my dinner.
I'll not get my dinner.
Take my hand and make it strong.
Yes, Ricky.
Baby.
We're
You're
simply the best. Go on, son. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I've ever met. It's stuck on your heart.
You can tell that's our last show, can you?
Yes,
Get
hang on every word you say.
Get the cans out.
Come on, Ricky. We'll go for one more chorus, then we're off. We've got a minute to go anyway. Oh, I've been waiting for this all week. Wait to the last minutes before we leave tonight, mate. I'm going to make you sing the full thing. You're coming round here so you can see the words. Yay!
Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be no better place.
Come on!
My day job.
We're simply the best. I'm loving better than all the rest. Better than anyone I've ever met. We stomped on the hearts.
Aye, that's plenty.
Oh, brilliant, mate. So we will be back in about 5-10 minutes with our special guest. I think they're outside waiting, do you see, Ricky?
I just am waiting in a second.
So we'll get them in, we'll get them strapped up, and we shall see you soon. We've got 20 seconds to kill.
20 seconds to kill.
A quick wee hang me for you. I think I wrote this to you, but it's been 15 years already since Rangers fans have watched their team lift a title at Ibrox. How scary is that?
At one point I thought we could have done
Got
it.
to go.
Oh man, I've just seen a bit of bad news.
Alpha Taxis Johnstone are a local family-run taxi company. All our staff and drivers are friendly, professional, and most importantly, we care about how you travel. We provide a safe, reliable, and friendly service to Johnstone and the surrounding areas. Alpha Taxis Johnstone have been serving the area for over 50 years. Travel with Alpha Taxis Johnstone, Johnstone's #1 taxi company. Call 01505 331 444 or visit alphataxisjohnston.com to download our app or to book online. Alpha Taxis Johnstone. We care. Call 01505 331 444 today.
Reach Pharmacy offer all the medicines and healthcare essentials you'd expect, including allergy and weight loss advice and assistance, ear health and travel and COVID testing. Reach Pharmacy also have your toiletries, travel and sun care, first aid, supplements, plus baby and pet care too. And with branches in Howwood, Elderslie, Speightstown and Johnston Castle, as well as Glasgow and Gartcosh. Award-winning Reach Pharmacy is your local pharmacy for great service and advice. Click on reachpharmacy.com or find them on Facebook.
Groomies and Zoomies is Johnstone's newest dog grooming salon, located at 7 Thornhill. We provide full grooms, bespoke grooming packages, nail clipping, walk-in services, and specialise in nervous or anxious dogs. We offer a free pick-up and drop-off service within Johnstone too. So give your fur baby that VIP treatment and book your appointment today on 07867 528 693 or pop in for a free consultation. Groomies and Zoomies, Johnstone's #1 dog grooming salon. This is Johnstone Sound.
Love a good movie soundtrack? Tune into the Soundtrack Show every Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. for 1 hour of TV show and movie soundtrack music with me, Amanda T.
Renfrew Sound Talking Newspaper for the Blind has, for over 40 years, produced a talking newspaper service to visually impaired people in Renfrewshire, providing a free service of local news and features recorded onto various audio formats such as CDs or USB memory sticks. Our service is run entirely by volunteers. If you would like to be part of the team, we are currently looking for readers and recording assistants to help distribute to our listeners. For details, please visit www.renfrewshiresound.com or call 0141 848 6116.
Now open, the brand new Specsavers store in the heart of Johnstone for all your eye care and hearing needs. With 4 testing rooms, the latest facilities and a range of services including eye health checkups, glasses, contact lenses and hearing checks, our team at Specsavers Johnstone are ready to care for you. Visit us in store at 5 William Street. Call 01505 801 872 or find out more and book online at specsavers.co.uk. Then search for Johnstone.
It's Wednesday evening, you're listening to Scoreboard Spotlight on Johnstone Sound, coming live from Johnstone at 6 p.m. So here are your hosts, the top team: Callum Carmichael, Davy Welsh and Ricky Kelly.
So welcome back to the second half of the show. Did you enjoy that wee bit of singing, Cal?
It was a good bit of comedy, aye.
Don't worry, we'll do it again later for you.
All the listeners round the world hearing the crackly and the clean plate. Aye. Fun and giggles.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, Alpie's just saying that. I'd left one of the mics on, so they must have been about heroes during all that. Thank God we weren't slating anybody. So we're just waiting to get our guests in and set up. I'll let Callum ramble on about the Lowlands now, because he's just found something out and he's not too happy about it.
No, it was my dad that found out about it, and I'm like, oh, that's just wound me up for some more rocket fuel for this Lowland League, by the way. But
does that mean that a big rivalry now?
Oh, I just don't agree with it. The whole fact that, you know, this year Linlithgow, as everybody knows, that they won the Lowland League title, but the whole fiasco was they couldn't do their playoffs because they didn't have the bronze licence and the meeting criterias. But this year, however, and for this new season, they have been invited and accepted into the Professional League Cup, which I personally do not agree with. This is
well, in all fairness, would you agree with it if it was you that had been accepted into it?
If we met the criteria, yes, but
surely they've met the criteria then.
Well, Linlithgow, they haven't. They don't even have a bronze licence. So the fact is they've been accepted into this League Cup. How can say for example, a Premier team goes away down to Linlithgow and then they don't even have the criterias, you know, from the standards of a Premier team has. You know, I find it a bit unfair, to be fair. I just don't think they should have been near it.
Well, surely questions have to be asked why they're in it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know why. I know Everyday, and I mean Everyday had the chance to have their invitations and all that sent up to the SPFL and all that. It was like halfway through the season this year to see if any applicants were able to go through and participate in it, but I wasn't expecting Linlithgow to accept it, and basically with the stuff that they've had and all the troubles of the fans not agreeing with all their playoffs and stuff, I just don't think it's the right time for them to, you know, play in such a...
I don't know. I mean, it'll open doors for the resties as well. If it goes well, if they do well, I don't see why then everybody can't start applying for it. Do what they do in the Scottish Cup and have like earlier rounds before you get brought into it, because obviously you've got, I think, no firm don't come in to the quarterfinals now.
Yeah,
the bigger teams come in a round before that, so it gives you a chance to get somewhere in it and see how good you're compared to the teams that you're trying to get up to level to.
I just don't know if it's just me due to like the kind of high circumstances that you know, you need to have this and you need to have that for. But I just feel like, you know, pretty well, not hard done by, but for like the other clubs that have, you know, done it the proper way, slowly but surely, progressively getting things in place, whereas Linlithgow have just kind of jumped. You should ahead, if you know what I mean. You should do what everybody else is doing at this point of the season and write a statement. Claim conspiracy. Okay, I don't know.
Can we just say as well, a huge well done to all the junior teams that have won the leagues, starting with Auchinleck Talbot, and then who was it for the Championship or First Division, League One?
Oh, was it? Actually, I can soon find out.
That was the hint. Look it up, Callum.
Let's have a wee look, because I'll have it on my phone.
Was it Irvine Meadows that won the First Division?
It actually might have been, the First Division standings. Yeah, so Irvine Meadow. Yeah,
big well done to them. League 2 was...
Second Division was Bellhills.
Bells Hill.
And then the Third Division was Craig Mark Montonians.
Yep.
And in the fourth, it was the newcomers, East Kilbride Young Men.
What a season they've had. Just come in here, remember we were wondering how they would do. Got there and win it. It just shows you there's teams out there worthy are coming into these leagues. And we're going to see it again this year with the new League 4, with the amateur teams coming into it, see if they can step up.
Well, actually, earlier on the day, funny we should actually say about the 4th Division, I actually went and visited a ground that was not even in my itinerary, but what I was doing earlier on today was expedition for a group for that they're doing their Duke of Edinburgh Silver Award, and I just so happened to bump into the Vale of Leavens ground.
Right.
So I took a few pictures of it, and
is that what you'd put in the group chat? I didn't even look at it yet.
It's actually quite a good wee decent bit of ground they've got for a 4th Division side. It's one of the better grounds I've seen. That's so way down the pyramid system.
So we're just getting our guests in there now, so I'm going to play their new song. So this is a new song from Colonel Mustard and the Dijon 5, and tonight's guest is Mikey Grant and Kirsty McNair. So hopefully by the time the song finishes, we will be back to talk to you. And it's not working again. Ricky, get that sorted.
A technical issue.
Honestly, every time we go to play something in here, it never ever works for me. That's not yours.
Oh yes, we're back at the World Cup. After 28 long years, we've always chanted we'll be coming, despite heartbreak, pain and tears. Haiti, Brazil and Morocco, they'll all see what we've got. We're not not here to make up the numbers. We're here to win the lot. You'll hear the famous Tartan Army coming down the road. See the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shanklin, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll see our likes again. It's been a lifetime for so many of us. Heard tales of World Cups gone by. Now it's time to make our own stories, to tell our kids at night. No more glorious failure. Now we've put that to bed. We're not left at home thinking, what if we're on a plane instead? You'll hear the famous Tartan Army coming down the road. You'll see the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shanklin, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll see our likes again. We've had heroes and legends since football began. This beautiful game sculpted by our own hand. Now comes the time, who will step up? Imagine we lifted that famous old cup.
And now in the last gasps of this incredible final, every Scotland fan on tenterhooks. And there is the final whistle. It is official. Scotland are world champions. Words we never thought we would dare to utter. Scotland have won the World Cup.
Come on! You'll hear the famous Tartan Army coming down the road. You'll see the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shanklin, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll hear the famous Tartan Army coming down the road. You'll see the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shanklin, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll see our likes again.
There we go, what a wee song that is. So we've got our guests in, Kirsten McNair and Mikey Grant from the band Cull No Mustard and the Dijon 5. Welcome guys, how are yous?
Hi, we're fine.
Welcome.
Brand new.
So Ricky has just sprung this on his last minute. No set-up, no nothing, just there's a band coming in. So tell us a bit about yourselves then.
Well, I'm a trumpet player. Born and bred in Johnstone. Well, born in Paisley, Matt. Grew up in Johnstone, went to Jai High. Played in local brass band, played samba, ended up in Cull No Mustard for the last, 14 years.
I'm a lot newer to Cull No Mustard. I'm the T-boy at the minute, so I need to work my way through the rankings. So I've only been with the band for a couple of years.
He's on his probation.
I'm on the probation. Hopefully I'll get a full-time contract at the end of it. You know.
Yeah. Your yearly review will be up soon.
Oh no.
I mean, I quickly looked you up. Is there really 11 members in now?
Yes.
It's like madness back in the day.
Aye, but sometimes I don't even know how many members are there in.
I just seen our pictures on stage and thought, surely that can't be band members.
Oh, it's chaos. Sound engineers hate us. They really do, I think.
Where do you put you on?
I don't know exactly. I don't know where I am half the time. Sorry, Mikey.
You make a tea and you take the money at the door.
I reckon that the last gig that we did was probably the most band members we had, if you think about it, because it was probably at least 30 members or maybe 40, and it wasn't on a huge stage. It was in a tiny wee cricket club, West of Scotland Cricket Club in
my
Partick.
goodness, I know.
And that
smallest stage ever.
What that actually was we were sort of debuting the track that we're bringing out essentially for the World Cup, which is called The Fathers of Brazilian Football, and we wrote it with a samba band essentially, or wrote it with a samba band in mind. And so we sort of, probably before we were even completely confident about how to actually play the thing, we filmed the video and performed it at a book launch.
It's the latest edition of Julie McNeil's football poems.
Right.
She's the poet in resident for St Mirren Charitable Trust, I believe. I know, I've been talking all day. I'm a primary 1 teacher, so I'm so sorry. if I get tongue twisted, it's a lot.
I've got a kid in primary 1 just now. I feel so sorry for his teacher.
Yeah.
So when is the song getting released?
29th of May.
20th of May.
29th.
So can you talk us through what the track is actually about? This is a story I don't think a lot of people would actually know.
Well, that's the thing. Greg, who also plays in the band, we are both members of the Scotland Supporters Club, Scottish football. And I didn't know this. I'm sure you know that way sometimes your dad tells you things and you go, aye. And I didn't actually realise the significance of what he was telling me. And so the song's about basically the name of the song, Fathers of Brazilian Football. It's about Scottish
influence.
How they influenced the Brazilian game. They played a huge part in it. And it's links with Renfrewshire and
Ayrshire
as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's sort of very localised, but so basically the song is called The Fathers of Brazilian Football, and there was 4 key Scottish figures, if you like, that actually went over to Brazil and sort of introduced the game to them, and then over a sort of period of a few decades actually nurtured it and turned it into the sort of game that we know today that Brazil are sort of famous for. And it was, I mean, it goes right the way back to the late 19th century.
So there's like Archie McLean, who played for Johnstone before it became Johnstone Burgh. He was a season ticket holder for St Mirren, and he got transferred over to Sao Paulo, and it was meant to be for 3 months.
Right.
And he ended up setting up an expat Scottish football team called the Scottish Wanderers, and he introduced the short passing game.
So this was basically like the equivalent. So for anybody that likes football nowadays, to put it into sort of modern. But he was also a semi-professional footballer. He played for Johnstone. He also played for Ayr, I think, or Ayr FC, who went Galston as well, which is quite close to me. So at the time, I think was he also an engineer?
Yes, he was an engineer for Coates. So J&P Coates, he was a machine engineer.
Yeah,
I think that's why he was sent over originally.
So he was sent over, and that, you quite rightly said, he was sent over for 3 months to Brazil. The Brazilian football game at that point, by the way, just to establish a timeline, was already kind of established, if you like. This was in about 1912 we went over, and he was 18 years old. I think he was pretty young anyway. But he'd already played for all these teams, and he was considered a decent player over here. And what actually happened was he was playing for Ayr FC, who became Ayr United, and in those days there was 2 divisions in Scotland, as there was for many years, 2 divisions, Division 1, Division 2. But if you won the Division 2 title, you didn't get automatically promoted. You actually had to be voted.
Imagine
voted.
that now. Oh my goodness.
That would be fun.
So, and this is the irony, by the way. So what actually happened was they finished top of the league. It was the close season, so then he went over to Brazil on his 3-month contract to actually do this machine work, and the idea was he was going to come back in the next season, and his contract was kept open at Ayr United, so that when he came back he could just come straight into the team. Now he knew in his own heart of hearts that he was a great player and he deserved to be playing at the highest level. Now ironically, the team that finished bottom of Division 1 was St Mirren, of which he was a fan.
Oh my goodness.
History repeating itself.
And of course, what actually happened, which was Scotland's loss, which became Brazil's gain, was at St Mirren. They must have had a bit of sway on that committee. Probably wouldn't happen nowadays, but obviously, so they kept their top flight status, and he was a bit mad about this. So the sort of train of thought is that he decided just to stay in Brazil and teach them everything that he knew. And as Kirsten had said, that he brought a new style of football to these Brazilian players that were already playing in a kind of semi-established sort of league, and that style of play was called tabelinha, which was a short passing game, which the Scottish players had been playing for probably by that time about 30 years. And if you came from Scotland, as opposed to if you'd come from England at that time, the English had a completely different style of play. And the style of play that they had, so all the footballers from England at that time were sort of crudely described as kick and rush, right? So it was a long ball and dribbling game that they played. And that was the game that was played in Brazil at the time. So for Charles, Archie McLean to go over and actually change the style, I mean, it absolutely blew everything out of the water that they were already doing. And of course, 50 years later, that's what the national team became synonymous with. And so Archie McLean, he went over there, employed this new style, and he became essentially the first star of Brazilian football.
They called him, fondly named him Little Deer, because of his swift changing and passing. So
does this mean we've got claim to the 5 World Cups that they've won?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Offers.
I'm kind of trying to crowdfund a sort of legal action, you know. So look for EBTs or something.
Even just to let us see it one day.
Exactly.
We can all get a hold of it.
So it's
fascinating. I mean, there's layers and layers to it. I mean, so, you know, starting up a football team called the, you know, Scottish Wanderers, and then there's just this league, and there's so many layers, and that's just one guy. And then you go into Thomas Donohoe,
right?
And it's just like, it's mind blowing.
Your dad has definitely sat you doing for hours and hours at a time.
No, this isn't even coming from my dad. It came from, like, so Sambia Bamba. Coming back to the music, so Sambia Bamba started in Paisley as like an arts project in 1997, and Archie McLean's grandson, this is where it kind of twists and loops and interlinks, actually played for the band Sambia Bamba, Malcolm McLean, and it was a conversation between the Colonel and his sister, whose fiance is the Mestre, which is like the musical director of a samba band. Had this conversation, and like, because we'd always thought about doing something with Sambia Bamba, and at times we had done things, just like, and you know, at the last minute, let's get together and play one of Colonel Mustard's songs or whatever, and like the Colonel was like, wow, I didn't know this, and obviously with the World Cup and Brazil, everything just kind of fell together, and then obviously links with Archie McLean's grandson. So yeah, it's.
Can I just say to the listeners as well, this is all off the top of her head. She's not reading anything. No. This is a pure read of knowledge.
I'm surprised I've got anything left in me.
Just we teach the wins all day.
I know. See, attainment in Ayrshire, I tell you, it's up there.
You need to start changing the name to the Dijon 30.
I know, Dijon 30.
Pretty much. Aye. So, I mean, there was a few other guys as well. Obviously, don't want to, you know, wax on about these other guys as well. But you did mention Thomas Donohoe there, who was fairly local as well. He was from Busby, right? And this was the guy. He was the true father of Brazilian football, if you like. He took the first football over in 1894, organised the first game, took some rules over, and shortly afterwards there was another guy called Charles Miller who had organised another game, and between the two of them, they are sort of considered the guys that started football off in Brazil. So basically these four guys, Thomas Donohoe, Charles Miller, Archie McLean, and Jock Hamilton, who brought structure to the game over there. These are the four guys that are considered to be the fathers of Brazilian football, and essentially, to cut a long story short, I know it was a very short question you asked.
We've just taken over the TV.
Oh, I love it.
the podcast, sorry. Just imagine when there's 10 of us or 11 of us, you know. You can't get words in there.
I was going to say, he's definitely be able to speak this much in ages.
Well, we're pretty well down the pecking order, you know, when it comes to speaking at band practices and radio and stuff like that.
Especially when you've got a trumpet against your mouth, you don't get much.
I'm just laughing as well at the four names. Mere Scottish names you couldn't have. So we'll let the listeners to hear this song now.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, let's see if it works first. I'm not too confident with Ricky behind it. Right, let's go for it.
Silence.
to Bangor. The textile workers in Rio showed their football breakthrough. Charles Miller sailed the Magdalena, brought the rule book and the game. With the ball under each arm, Sao Paulo would never be the same. Passing names down through the ages, the fathers of Brazilian football. Donahoe, Miller, Hamilton and McLean. From Glasgow to Rio, Paisley to Sao Paulo. Obrigado, obrigado, play the game. Oh, Zavalinha. Na 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 na. Oh, Zavalinha. O pai do futebol brasileiro. Jock Hamilton from Ayr brought structure to the amateurs with the wrongly named system Inglesa. Archie McLean, the Scottish wanderer, Winkley and Turnerpies, passing like a Paisley pattern Tabelinha. Passed the names down through the ages, the fathers of Brazilian football. Donahoe, Miller, Hamilton and McLean. From Glasgow to Rio, Paisley to Sao Paulo. Obrigado, obrigado, play the game. Oh, Zavalinha. Na 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 na. Oh, Zavalinha. O pai do futebol brasileiro. Oh, Zavalinha. Na 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 na.
There we go. How was that for everybody? I was just saying off air how it reminded me of the old samba man for Brazil. I thought it was actually 2002 World Cup. They've been rectified to the 98 World Cup in the airport.
Aye. Yeah, I mean,
and they're all playing the football. It was brilliant.
Aye.
I really liked it.
Oh,
Reminded me
thank
that right away. I would punt that to the Brazilians, by the way. It's dead weird hearing a Scottish voice in it, though.
Yeah, I suppose it's that fusion again with, you know, the fathers of Brazil. Like,
Aye.
yeah, it's that fusion that works.
I honestly think you've missed a trick with pushing that for the Brazilian team for this, with the history behind it as well.
Listen, there's time yet. Now, obviously, we're halfway through filming a video for this as well.
Yeah.
And as I think I mentioned earlier on, we filmed the first half.
Hopefully no one's Saltcoat speech.
Well,
Now, there's an idea.
possibly an airport or maybe a train station or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we would lose too many balls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're not quite as good.
Yeah, we would love to do St Mirren Park.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, as a fellow buddy, you know, I think, you know, ask them right now would be a bit much, but we would love to do a wee bit. So if there's anyone out there that, you know, has contacts,
Yeah.
we haven't approached. I don't think we've approached the club yet. but we would love to do a wee bit of filming at St Mirren Park.
When is it again you're hoping to release it?
29th of May.
29th of May.
The video may be a couple of days after that, or are you thinking it's going to be about the same time? Because we've got a couple of cool things that are coming up, like possibly under wraps at the moment. I don't know, Kirsten. I don't know, but we're going to do some more wee performances and get them filmed as well. You know what I'm talking about,
yeah. I know now.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, aye.
Where am I going?
Is this something I don't know?
Well, you never know in this band, you know.
That's
like
true.
15s are going there and 15s are going there.
It's like last night, Mikey, what are you doing tomorrow night?
How do you rehearse?
Oh, well.
I mean,
is that touched on there?
Well, the room that we rehearse in isn't actually that big, really. And,
no, it's it's dark.
It's probably about maybe 1.5 times the size of this studio, which is
cozy.
It's pretty cozy. Aye, so it would suit a 4-piece band where we rehearse not so much an 11-piece band. In fact, we're thinking about getting some subs as well. In fact, we had a sub last night.
Yeah.
So we've got a squad of players, to get through a Colonel Mustard summer, you do need to utilise the full squad.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So how did this band come about?
So John and his pals, that's the Colonel, played since high school.
Right.
I call it high school.
This type of music, or?
No. We play all genres.
Right.
I mean all genres. Dance, bit of reggae, pop. So way back in the day in Cumbernauld, they started, I think their first band was called the Ping Pong Banana Show, I believe. Before, yeah.
That's probably the coolest name I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Benidorm show.
So I think it was Roddy, who's the samba guy, Mogs on drums, John. I think they're kind of the original kind of ping pong banana show guys. I think so. And it wasn't until later kind of developed into Colonel Mustard and the Dijon 5. Obviously there's not 5. I don't know. I really don't.
It's only the top 5 get paid. So
top 5, exactly. I mean, this is, I actually played with Sambi Bamba for about 10 years, and that's how I know the Colonel and John. And yeah, I got asked just to fill in for a night. 14 years later, I'm still there. So yeah, I kind of started playing at school, just, and then carrying on, and then, yeah.
I used to play, I played in many bands, and I was aware of Colonel Mustard probably about, for the first time, about 16, 17 years ago or something. Right. So, I mean, clearly the band has been going on that long, and it's unusual for a band to keep going this long
and get bigger.
Actually,
and still talk to each other.
That's absolutely true. It's because, I mean, I've played in loads of bands, and they've all just, I mean, you know what happens when bands break up? They always say creative differences, but really what they mean is somebody's punched somebody in a rehearsal or something. That's not, or, I don't like the fact
somebody get too creative.
Yeah, or, people doing things they shouldn't do after or before gigs. But it's actually, I mean, testament to the friendliness of everybody in the band, and the willingness to work together and be flexible, that the band has obviously kept going this long. As I said, I'm actually the newest member, so Kirsten's probably been in the band for 15 years or something like that,
15
way
years.
back. Wow. But I was always aware of the band anyway, and quite envious of the band, because it seemed like that they were starting to do be quite experimental quite early on, and they were getting bigger and bigger gigs, and then essentially they've got this thing called the Yellow Movement, really, which is just this whole, I don't know, for want of a better word, movement really of just fans that are incredibly loyal, and the couple of 2 or 3 big gigs that I've done with Colonel Mustard in the last couple of years, it kind of blew my mind. So I think the first gig that I did with Colonel Mustard was the biggest gig I'd ever played in my life, right? And that was the main stage at Belladrum to, I mean, you could say it was 10 to 15,000 people, I don't know. And as you look out on the stage, you see so many people wearing just like at the moment I've got the colour mustard hoodie on, but it's just people wearing yellow t-shirts, hoodies, and it's unbelievable, really. That
must be quite daunting as well.
It is, and you just have to pretend that they're not there. You really do. You get like, they're not looking at me, they're looking at the colonel, they're not looking at me, and then you're like playing the trumpet, which is like, you know, one of the loudest instruments in the band when it's mic'd up.
Yeah. Well, there's that tune that we usually finish with, sometimes Ted Dancing, which you do a solo at the start, and you never seem to be too happy to do that solo.
Well, because like, I don't know if the band are ready. I look at you all and you're all, I don't know, you're all
spaced out.
They're all waiting on you.
Talking to one another. I know that I don't want to start playing and then nobody else is ready to join in, so I'm like, oh, what's that? And then the colonel just keeps talking. And everybody else is like, just play. I know, but he's talking, just play. And I'm going, okay. I'm just like, I don't know. And this is on stage in front of thousands of people, and I don't think people notice. I'm sure someone must notice my face going, what am I doing?
Have you actually met all the band yet? Or? You're still going through them all?
The stage is that big.
You put some next to something new every. Oh, how are you? You in the band?
Oh, hiya.
I know. A few of them are in different postcodes sometimes on these stages. You know, you get a taxi from one side to the other. But it's been quite a good an eye opener for me. The type of things that Cormusters have been doing, but also it's very exciting from a creative point of view because I do a lot of depth work and session work and that kind of thing. But what that means is you just go in and play with a band that they're maybe doing their own stuff or covers. But this is great because I can get to be part of a creative thing. So there's probably only this band and another one called Dumb Instrument that I've played in for about 20 years that gives me the chance to be creative either on my own or just collaboratively with everybody. So that is, I mean, for me, if you think about it, when you get into music as a kid, surely the whole dream is to just be creative and the joy of creation, and then maybe the chance that you might be able to take that onto a stage, play it for folk, and then they maybe, you know, enjoy it or sing it back to you, or they're jumping about and stuff. I mean, that is always the total end game of every, you know, starting for a creative project. Where can we take this, and can we go on stage and can we look out and see that people are having a good time and enjoying themselves? That is always the end game.
And I think that is the key to keeping the band together, because you see a lot of band members will leave because they've got creative differences and they're not getting to do the way they want to, and then it's like, doesn't suit the band, so they just leave. Yeah,
because I think a lot of bands try to kind of stick to the same genre as well, like where we're like, oh, let's try this one. Let's do a bit of country.
Let's do a bit of dubstep.
Even if you back,
like, I've not tried that one before. Let's try that. You know.
Even when you get back to big bands like Limp Bizkit, Guns N' Roses, they've all had people leave because of differences like that. Go and try their own thing, come back again, leave again because they don't let them do it themselves. So it must be good to have the freedom to do what you want.
Yeah, and it kind of opens up opportunities. For example, we are supporting Madness at Helix Park on the...
There'll be a lot of people on the stage.
Well, hopefully not all at the same time.
300 people for two bands.
Well, that's the thing. We did used to actually invite, I think sometimes we still do, folk up from the crowd as well. So every time we've got this song called Ginger Girl, it's about the ginger, it's how they break people's hearts.
Soulless.
As John puts it, how, you know, he's obviously had his heart broken by someone with red hair. And so he used to invite everybody up with red hair onto the stage. It's got better over the years because, you know, when you've got things like instruments in your mouth and there's like people dancing about you and stuff like that, it can be quite, you know, there's never a risk assessment for these things. You know, how many gingers can you have up on the stage?
So we only found, it was actually announced yesterday that the fact that we're supporting Madness, and although we kind of found out, let's say last week or whatever, and so there was an official announcement, and that what happens is like all things that works, we've got a band chat and stuff like that. So John had messaged to say, is anybody up for Madness in Helix Park? I didn't actually know what he meant, so I just said
a mad party.
I honestly just
Buckfast.
It's madness every week.
and I'm not joking. It's really that's what I'm all about. I just like any part madness at any time. Oh, you mean the band Madness? I'm up for that too.
Definitely up for that, yeah.
That'll be good.
Aye, because last year it was UB40 Helix Park that we supported, and that was brilliant. It was really good. We supported UB40. Yeah.
Did you get good reactions off the crowd then? Mixed.
Yes. Yeah, because like, you know, they're obviously there to see UB40, and then you've got us. In fact, right, so we do this song called Cross the Road. And if you've never heard it, you need to listen to it. Basically, we get everybody in the audience to cross the road, pretend they're crossing the road. So we get them all to the one side of the park, and we get them to cross the road. It is on YouTube. If you're ever bored and you want to look it up, it's on YouTube, right? And we get everyone to go across the road, right? And it's every gig that we do, brilliant. Folk love it. You know, not at the UB40 gig. It's the one time that I've actually went,
you've made a mistake here.
This isn't working. But they really liked our reggae. They really liked our reggae. See, all genres. Play out the reggae number. But yeah, it was the one time I thought,
stick with reggae.
That's right.
Yeah, we have been called in the past the adult version of the singing kettle.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that. No, still don't. So there you go. That gives you an idea of what you're in for when you come to see us.
I would take that as a compliment. I loved the singing kettle when I was small.
Absolutely.
It's hard, but I think being a supporting band is always difficult. If people are for a certain genre of music and you're playing something totally, they're just like, what is this?
Especially when it's out there.
I've been to a few and you're just sitting like, this doesn't go. What's happening here?
This doesn't link up.
Don't know why people come in late.
No, but we did have a good crowd and stuff like that. But I think it was just like, what is this?
I couldn't actually make that one though.
Well, that's maybe why you weren't there.
That's what I'm saying. It only happened because I wasn't there.
No, I'm not saying that at all. No,
I wasn't making the tea that night.
There was no tea bags, so they said don't bother coming, Mikey. No, I couldn't make that one, so I was quite gutted about it, and to hear you all talk about it, and actually like my wife's work, there was folk at the gig, and I think there might have been my wife's people, because my wife is actually from Falkirk as well, right. So people that she knew were there, and folk that I knew were there, and they really enjoyed Colonel Mustard. So they.
But did they do Cross the Road?
I don't know that they did. No. So
I'm going to have to listen to this song.
It's almost better to actually watch it on YouTube, though, isn't it? Really, it's the spectacle of the crowd. Because actually, it's pretty cool. Because actually, we have our own lollipop stick.
See, you're getting the idea here.
Yeah, Fathom jumps down into the crowd, and she will sort of direct them across the imaginary road. But it's all in, public safety.
I'm going to find that and play it in my show next week.
Yeah,
you should.
I'll pop
there's
on
a
the
lot on
socials.
BBC Alba. I mean, there was a lot on YouTube. BBC Alba had a lot of our because they did actually allow us on the BBC for part of the Belladrum highlights.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's the plans then once this is released? Are you trying to get it put onto something or
go to Brazil or? Maybe not.
That would transit.
I'm a school teacher. They don't let us go anywhere when it's not summer holidays. See, this is the thing. I was teachers in the summer holidays. See, if you want to go somewhere and it's not the school holidays, forget it.
No chance.
No.
I mean, we've got a lot of gigs coming up, and so we're going to have a chance to actually play this track quite a lot in Scotland. Yeah. So obviously we talked about the Madness. Colonel Mustard, as I always knew them before I was in the band, are a sort of festival band anyway, so really they're always busy the whole summer. So we are doing a whole bunch of festivals, and so you will be able to hear the track played at these Scottish festivals. Now clearly obviously we want the track to go far and wide and to get used by the Brazilian football team as their anthem and all this kind of thing. But small steps, although I did notice on Instagram, did we not get a friend of the Brazilian
The consulate?
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Started liking her stuff.
Yeah.
So that was good. So...
paying attention, Mikey?
Yeah, no, I popped up on my phone as well.
I think
That's
the
part
history...
of your 6 month, your year reviews. And you're paying attention to followers on Instagram.
I think the history it's worth pushing as well, because I think it's very interesting, especially
Absolutely.
for both sides of the...
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this, to be honest.
I know. And like I said, there's layers and layers to it. You go in and I think it was Archie McLean when he... I can't remember if it was Archie McLean or Thomas Donahue. They actually had the first black Brazilian player.
Yeah.
It might have been Archie McLean.
I think it was Archie McLean and stuff like that. It's just, yeah.
Sounds like a good. It sounds like a script for a movie. To be fair,
it probably could be.
Aye,
definitely. The fact that Scotland are going to be playing Brazil in Miami Beach as well, you need to get it played down there somehow.
I know.
We need to find a way.
You really do.
I know.
I think they'd love it on the beach.
Aye, definitely.
That's going to be one big massive party all night.
Oh, don't say that. I need to be there and I can't. I know. I can take primary one.
An excursion.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine?
Miami excursion with the P1s.
That risk assessment. Oh my goodness. Just like...
Oh, brilliant.
I can't.
Well, listen, guys, thanks very much for coming in. It's been eye-opening. I'm going to play a track again. This is Mikey Grant and Kirsty McNair from the Colonel Mustard and the Dijon 25.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, guys.
The textile workers in Rio saw the football breakthrough. Charles Beller sailed the Magdalena, brought the rule book and the game. With a ball under each arm, so Paulo would never be the same. Passing names down through the ages, the fathers of Brazilian football. Donahoe, Miller, Hamilton and McLean. From Glasgow to Rio, Paisley to Sao Paulo. Obrigado, obrigado, play the game. From Ayr brought structure to the amateurs with the wrongly named system in Glazer. Archie McLean, the Scottish wanderer, wing play and turn the pace, passing like a Paisley pattern Tabellina. Pass the names down through the ages, the fathers of Brazilian football. Donahoe, Miller, Hamilton and McLean. From Glasgow to Rio, Paisley to Sao Paulo. Obrigado, obrigado, play the game. Oh, Tabellina. Na 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 we're back at the World Cup. After 28 long years, we've always chanted we'll be coming, despite heartbreak, pain and tears. Haiti, Brazil and Morocco, they'll all see what we've got. We're not here to make up the numbers, we're here to win the lot. You'll hear the famous Thorn Army coming down the road. See the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shankland, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll see our likes again. It's been a lifetime for so many of us. Our tales of World Cups gone by. Now it's time to make our own stories, to tell our kids at night. No more glorious failure. Now we put that to bed. We're not left at home thinking, what if we're on a plane instead? You'll hear the famous Thorn Army coming down the road. You'll see the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shankland, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll see our likes again. We've had heroes and legends since football began. This beautiful game sculpted by our own hand. Now comes the time, who will step up? Imagine we lifted that famous old cup.
And now in the last gasps of this incredible final, every Scotland fan on tenterhooks. And there is the final whistle. It is official. Scotland are world champions. Words we never thought we would dare to utter. Scotland have won the World Cup.
Come on! You'll hear the famous Thorn Army coming down the road. You'll see the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shankland, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll hear the famous Thorn Army coming down the road. You'll see the boys in Scotland's blue putting on a show. McTominay, Shankland, Tierney, Kenny, halfway line McLean. Our nation has risen. You'll see our likes again.
There we go. That was Colonel Mustard and the Dijon 5, and followed by. Need to look it up again, Cal. You remember the name of that song?
No, I didn't remember it, no.
Two seconds. So we're just going to push on to embarrass Ricky again in a wee minute when he comes back in. Our guests have just left. Hopefully he's by the song. It comes out on the 29th. I'm getting annoyed because I can't remember that first, the second song I played there. Thing Me White, is it?
It might have.
And I've lost the whole page. It just went nuts because we were all talking too much there. I was actually really interested in the interview with him.
Aye.
Is that you in now?
I think it might. Aye, there we go. Aye.
Just talking to myself there, Carl. Really muted you, and I meant it.
I thought it was actually quite educational from.
It really was. There's a lot of things there I didn't know myself.
Yeah. It was actually quite good. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
But I'm going to enjoy this bit more. He's going to have to come in here and sing the full song. Maybe. Where is he? Come on, Ricky, get in here.
Probably too busy chatting to get himself out of it.
I didn't realise the time, mate. I didn't realise the time. Will we just get you to sing it instead, Cal?
I'm not too sure about that.
We need to finish the show off it because the show is simply the best, mate.
Oh well, the show in Johnstone is the best. You're right.
Do you know what? You can just join in. Let's do it, Cal. Right for the top. Let's do it. You're not going to know the words, are you?
I don't know the words.
Ah, secret Rangers fan here. I call you and I need you, and my heart's on fire. Get in here, Ricky. He's hiding, isn't he? You come to me, wild and wild. Cal sings this every night, I can guarantee it. When you come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak a language of love like you know what it means.
Sounds like a good duo.
It can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. Well, simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart, I see the star of every night and every day. In your eyes, I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. Woo! We're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. There he is. Come on, Ricky. Anyone I've ever met. 10 seconds to go, guys. So listen, it's been a great show tonight. We've enjoyed having you for the full season. We will see you back here next season. It's a bye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
And we are simply the best.
Alpha Taxis Johnstone are a local family-run taxi company. All our staff and drivers are friendly, professional, and most importantly, we care about how you travel. We provide a safe, reliable, and friendly service to Johnstone and the surrounding areas. Alpha Taxis Johnstone have been serving the area for over 50 years. Travel with Alpha Taxis Johnstone, Johnstone's #1 taxi company. Call 01505 331 444 or visit alphataxisjohnston.com to download our app or to book online. Alpha Taxis Johnstone. We care. Call 01505 331 444 today.
Reach Pharmacy offer all the medicines and healthcare essentials you'd expect, including allergy and weight loss advice and assistance, ear health and travel and COVID testing. Reach Pharmacy also have your toiletries, travel and sun care, first aid, supplements, plus baby and pet care too, and with branches in Howwood, Elderslie, Speightstown and Johnstone Castle, as well as Glasgow and Gartcosh. Award-winning Reach Pharmacy is your local pharmacy for great service and advice. Click on reachpharmacy.com or find them on Facebook.
Groomies and Zoomies is Johnstone's newest dog grooming salon, located at 7 Thornhill. We provide full grooms, bespoke grooming packages, nail clipping, walk-in services, and specialise in nervous or anxious dogs. We offer a free pick-up and drop-off service within Johnstone too. So give your fur baby that VIP treatment and book your appointment today on 07867 528 693 or pop in for a free consultation. Groomies and Zoomies, Johnstone's #1 dog grooming salon.
Johnstone Sound. So, what makes your business sound so successful?
Constant calls for our products and services.
Well, yes, but...
Our till.
It never stops ringing.
Of course that, but...
Orders flying in, just as fast as we can get them out.
Okay, but to help you get your business sounding successful in the first place, find out about an affordable, effective and ear-catching advertising campaign on this radio station.
For details, click on johnstonesound.com, then advertise.
Got that? Good.
Community health information sponsored by Reach Pharmacy.
Hi there, so it's Asif Gafur, the pharmacist from Reach Pharmacy Elderslie. Again, I just wanted to let everyone know all the services that we provide for all the local community. So as you know, we've been here 20 years.